Hello my brothers and sisters in nerdiness, welcome back to the Spider's Web, and yes, as promised, this is part 2 of our unboxing video for the Kickstarter campaign of my father's work. Okay, so here we are with our tokens. Sorry, I'm just getting the destruction manual out so I can look at what these pieces are. So, as we saw in the last video, we have these lovely purple plastic trays. Now, I'm not sure whether you can see this. It looks like it's easy enough to see. A, B and C. So, we have these experiment cards. Let's have a look at these in some depth. So, as I say, these are experiment cards. So we have A, B and C experiment cards. And I've just gone and opened these, possibly the wrong way, I'm not sure. There we are. I'm glad it comes with these and I don't have to use my knife. There we are, let's get rid of those and let's have a look. So we have all of these, sorry, we have these two with B and these with A. So, okay, the A's and a few B's were mixed into one, which obviously means that some of the B's will be in here with the C cards, and possibly some of the C cards won't be in here as well. I don't know yet, but we'll find out. So, let's have a look at some of these experiment cards. These, again, experiment cards A. And I'm assuming that these will be, what do you call it? These will be all face down in the, they'll be shuffled and all face down in the tray. I don't suppose they would be face up, but I don't know. I haven't studied the rules yet, so we will find out. But these are very nice linen finish. They don't stick to each other, they do slide about and react really nicely. So put those down there and we'll open this set of cards. And this set of cards is, as you might be able to gather, some of the C cards and probably most of the D cards. I'm just trying to find the, sorry, some of the C cards and most of the B cards. I said D because D usually follows C and I just wasn't thinking. I'm not sure what the anatomy of the cards are, but let's have a look. So far we're getting a lot of C cards here. Oops, there we are. So the C cards and these are the B cards. So let's see. Right, so that's how they are, because you've got different coloured borders. You've got a blue border, you've got a green border, you've got a cream coloured border and a grey border. Again, not sure exactly what the difference is with these, whether it's just this type of experiment it is or not, but let's have a quick look through any of these. So we have all these cards which look really, really nice, nicely illustrated. This, I'm assuming, will be the cost value to use the cards. But again, not exactly sure. But we have, I'm assuming this is the cost value to use the card. This will be the victory points, because it says 4 VP, so that's how much it'll cost at the end of game or at the end of each particular, not season, what is it in here? Generation. What this is, I'm not sure whether this just, yeah, that just tells you it's a B card. So it plays over 3 generations, as they call it. That's one thing I do know about the game. And again, it's gothic horror, so this hopefully will be nice fits for some of us to play, because we do like our bits of gothic horror. And we have these cards here, and then as we go further in we have the rest of the C cards. So I'll have a look at the C cards. I'm assuming they get harder to use, so in order to get this one I think you need to have got 1 A card, 2 B cards, and you need to get these 3 and 3 blue cubes, and it will cost you 7 victory points. All be worth 7 victory points at the end of the game. I'm not sure what these subsequent ones are for, whether it gives a boost to previous or to the cards you use to buy it. I don't know, but looking at it now, I'm really looking forward to playing this game and finding out what's what with it. There are a lot of really nice cards here. So that's the C cards, I'll put them back there. Next we have, what are these cards? These cards are Compulsion Cards, I think. No, Maladjustment Cards. There we are. So whether these are when you start losing your sanity, and these are what you get, or whether these are you take these to lose your sanity, I don't know. But I don't particularly want to keep trying to work out what things are without knowing the rules. Now these ones are the Masterwork Experiment cards. So we have different Masterworks we can use. So let's have a look at the backs and then flip it over and see what it says on the front. So for teleportation, that's worth 22 victory points, and you need all of these to be able to buy it. The creature, so this is where we get like a Frankenstein scenario going. Oops. And that's worth 20 points. And there we go. Nyctalope, whatever that may be. Like a metal golem. Oh, it's like android, merging of man and machine. Okay. Lycanthrope Strength. There we are. Immortality. As you can tell, I would be very good at sleight of hand the way I'm dealing with these cards. Love Potion. Time Machine. Wrong shit box. Don't call this box for a time machine. Should be blue. At least give them points for it being a telephone box. And finally, Giant Spider Chariot. And there we are. So they are the cards that are in this particular box. I'll pop these back in the C ones. So I'll pop some of them back in C and some in B. So I'll take these ones and put them in the B section, and I'll use these ones and put them in C. There we are. Pop them to one side. Next, we have some more, a separate pack of little cards. These are the Compulsion Cards. so we may need to zoom in just a little bit more for these. There we are. So as you can see from the back of the card, you've got that spiral inside the head or the blackened silhouette of the man, and these are the compulsion cards. It does say so on the bottom of the card, so that's nice. There we go. A little bit of flavour text, tells you what you should do, and gives you the victory point token at the end for doing it. There we go. I'm loving this. There we go. So that's all of those. I'm hoping I can find somewhere to put these so they're not always stuck in this little pack, but we'll see. The next thing we're opening is this. Let's zoom out so you can see the full look of it. There we are. It just fits on a fully zoomed out lens. And you can see there we have the My Furthers Work logo embossed on the lid. And if we take this out, take this off, you can see better what we have. So we have 1, 2, 3, in fact let's see what we have here. How many? 15 chemical resource bottles. Nice. Then we have 60 knowledge cubes. So these are just the same kind of cubes you will find in a game of Pandemic. Some little acrylic cubes, black, blue, green and yellow. Next thing we have are these coins. If or when this goes to general release, I think these will not be included in a retail copy. These are possibly just, and they do feel very much like coins. Oops, that bag has bust. That's a disappointment, but not to worry. I'll have to see if I can find another bag. Do we need another bag? Can always just place them into that area. But yeah, these are very, very nice metal coins. There's very deep raised, or very deep embossed. Is it embossed when it's actually, when the actual thing sticks out? I can't remember. Maybe another name for it. But the background is recessed and everything else, like a normal coin, is raised. It looks really nice. That's one side. They're both exactly the same on each side. No difference. But that one, the fives look a lot more ornate, with having the skull and the vines creeping up. Nice. So what I'll do with these is I'll just place them back into here. That's what it's for. Next we have these plastic body resources. Now then, let's turn it around and do this properly, because one side is slightly angled so that we can get at them easier. So we have three different types. We have, zoom in, so we have three different types. We have like a dark wood with a cross, we have a light wood with just a couple of bars over it, and we have a medium coloured wood with a big cross in the middle. Oh no! We have that one. I'm just looking to make sure that they're not different types of tokens. No, they're not. Okay, so there are different ones, different designs, 4 different designs by the look of it. It just shows 3 in the book. So we have 3. We have 4 of that type. Four of that type. Four of that type. Did I mix up one of these into another area? No, I haven't. 2 4s 8, 3 4s are 12, 13, 14, 15. No, it's right. There's only 15 of these. So there's 4 of these each and 3 of those each. So there we are. So that's those tokens sorted. Again, don't know what they're for. It's just body resource token. Next we have animal resources, and we have 15 of these. So what animals do we have? Let's have a look. Have I lost any anywhere? Nope. So we have a bear, we have a wolf, we have a goat, we have, oops, we have a bear, a wolf, a goat, an owl, a fox, a bat, a raven, a shark, an elephant, a stag, a warthog, a mouse, a frog, zoom out a little bit, we have a horse and a cat. So there we are, that's the animal tokens we've got. Again, not sure what these will be used for. And now we have the gear resources. And sort of tempted to break into a bit of steam powered giraffe with this, but I'm not tuning anything to anything else. So there we are, we have different types of cogs and gears, different sizes, different shapes, different tooth widths, gaps, I don't know, but there we are, nice aged gold coppery colour. Really lovely. They're quite light as well, those. But again, they are metal, and they can go back in there where they came from. We don't need the bag. So we'll just put the My Further's Work lid back on. There we are. And pop this over here out of the way and bring in this one. As you can see, we have minis, more cards, more tokens. We'll save the minis for later. This, I'll take the lid off. Again, it's a nice sturdy plastic lid. So we have these player aid cards, I'm assuming, these different tokens. So we'll take the tokens and everything out of there, and we'll leave the minis inside for the time being, and we'll lower the camera again. Okay, here we are for the player reference cards. I think that's what these ones are. Player aid cards, yeah, player reference cards. They'll all be the same. So There we are. Okay, next we have these tokens. Again, not sure what all these tokens are, but never mind. So we have these, it's like a chalice with a thorn wrapped around it. We have the creepy token. We have the insanity token. And we have a white insanity token. And sorry, a white creepy token and a white insanity token. We have a white, it's like a Tesla coil. Why am I putting these so far up? Come down a little. Okay, so we have a brown and a white Tesla coil. What's that one? That's your generation token. So that marks off on, I'm assuming that marks off on the board which generation you're on. And then you get these, star on one side, book on the other. These storybook tokens. There we are, and we get 8 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, right, we should have 4 each of these, so unless there's some more in here, we'll find out. This one is the, what does it look like? Suspicion marker. And the ones with the Grim Reaper on it are journal track markers. Right, so these are journal track markers. So the ones with the chalice and the skull on a plinth. It's not a Grim Reaper, I've just realised what it is. It's a skull on a plinth. They belong in there. Regeneration, suspicion, is it? Did I say? Yeah, suspicion marker. The round tracker we haven't got yet. Tesla coils. Score track markers. That's what these are. Creepy. Sorry, insanity, creepy. And what did I say? These were storybook tokens. So there we are. There we go. I don't know what these are for yet, but I will find out. I will find out. Push that to one side, and let's get these tokens that I can already see. Yeah, this is where the other colours of tokens come into it. So, yeah. So we've got armour. These once again are the journal track markers. So we have 4 of those in like bluish purpley colour, and we've got the gargoyle, the grotesque, whatever you want to call it. Then we have a black and a purple creepy token. We have a black and a purple insanity token. We have the first player token. We have the angry mob marker. I'm going a bit too far down now. I'll get this eventually. Camera placements, not my best, as well you know. And then we have the 2 victory point trackers, or score track markers rather. And finally we have the round marker. Ironically, the round marker is oval. Yeah, that's, yeah. So we'll pop them into the little slots next to the previous. I wonder. And the round, if that can go in there. Yeah, I don't know. So if that could go in there, then the other tokens, and that will probably go in there. Ah, that's what these are for, yes. Okay, I'm with you. I'm with you. That one will go in there. These, I assume, will slot in here like so. How well these are going to hold up to moving round, I'm not sure, but you know, we'll find out at some point. Now we have the start play token, which will fit in there. What these will be, I don't know. At least not as yet, anyway. These might be for some of the cardboard tokens, you know, like the victory point tokens, and that could be for the Angry Mob token. Let's have a look. Will that fit in there? Yes, that will fit in there. That's the Angry Mob token. Yeah, so we're sorted there. Well, we're getting things in place already. Let's move that out of the way again, and we'll have a look at these. The rest of these ones are just basically plastic, what do they call them in here? Plastic bases. So yeah, these are for when you've got certain minis, you put them, you sort the base of the minis in this and use them during the game for whatever purpose you would use them. That sounds about right. I just realised we have the first player thing there, so I'll put that in a moment. But yeah, that's the slaughter bases. Again, I'll go through how it's used. I'll show you how they're used, but you should know by now what they're like. And yeah, bring that in, and first player token goes in there. And then we have another bag, and these are exactly the same, only brown and white. So I'm just going to pour these straight into this partition here, and then we can get on to looking at these minis. Okay, so we have one broke. That one is broke. Hopefully a little bit of glue wouldn't go amiss, but I think I'm going to get in contact with them and let them know. A few of these, but I will let them know that one of them was broke. They have come pre-shaded. So if I wanted to paint them, I can just paint them. I wouldn't need to prime or anything. Let's zoom in so we can see a little better. Disappointed at that one breaking, but I will, as I say, I will notify them, take a photograph of it and let them know that there is an issue. I have this chap. Don't know what that is supposed to be, whether it's something that should be on here. No, I don't know. I would have thought he'd be carrying some form of bag or whatever, but there is nothing there. It's just like a handle. So again, not quite sure. They're all the same, so I'm assuming it must be right, but I will have a look through the book and see. And then we have this chap. Again, we'll just have a quick look through just to make sure that everything is okay and there's nothing broke on it. There's a little bit of flashing here, but we can clean that up later on. A bit more flashing on this one. Okay, let's have a look at these ones now. A woman in a nice Victorian dress. It's a gothic horror, so you can't expect anything other than Victorian. There we go. Just as I say, making sure that everything is in one piece as it should be, unlike that first mini. There we are. This is the last one with this young lady. And then we have this is nice. Get some nice textures out of this one. I'm going to move this around a little bit so I'm not stretching. And again. I might just do like a zenithal in white and then go over with the speed paints rather than anything else with these. They'll do as good a job as anything, because they're not incredibly detailed. You can see with the faces they're not incredibly detailed, so they're just gaming figures. It's not a game that I bought for the figures, it's a game I bought to play. So it's that type of thing. And then we've got this chap here carrying his lantern. Again, looking nice. I'll have a look at I'll look in the rule book to see if it shows a picture of all of the minis in the separate sculpts for the minis. That way I can see whether there's anything missing from that guy with the shovel, or what. But the final mini we're looking at and the final piece for this video we're looking at is this chap. So there we are. Now let's zoom out. Side touch. Now let's have a quick overview. Let's have a closer look at the instruction book, because we didn't get a very good one in the original video. So now the pages of this are quite thick, nicely textured. And this will, that's what I forgot to tell you. This will, I forgot to go through the little stand things. So I've used this white one. Okay, so this white one, the hexagon one, is for the character that you want to be yourself. So if I chose to be this fella, then I'll put that in there, and that will be me for the rest of the game. As you can see, fits in rather nicely, and to take it out you just push it through from the hole in the bottom. No jokes please. And this tells you that the round one is for servants, the... Ooh, which one would that be? That will be the one that will be the character for your wife, and this one would be the caretaker of the house. So there we are. Now, as I say, I'm just curious as to whether or not it's what's the word I'm looking for? It shows you what the minis look like. This page tells you about the scenarios. Storybook one will ask you to retrieve certain items from the scenario box. For special setup and during gameplay, when retrieving items in the box, take care to quickly find all the components required by the storybook and to keep all other items hidden. So again, it's like quite like a legacy game, where where all the minis, where everything like that is kept secret until we need it. And these what's this part? This is just gameplay rules. It tells you what everything is, but it doesn't show a picture of that character as yet, and I don't think it's going to either, which I'm disappointed about. So here we are. Yeah, I am quite disappointed it doesn't actually show you. Well, this tells you all the icons, what they all do. But again, as I say, I'm quite disappointed it doesn't show you pictures of the minis and what they look like. Especially that one with the spade. But can't have everything. But I'm really happy with this game. And as I said, this box is quite heavy. So yeah, that's the reason I've run it over to. There's a lot of things to look at, and I just wanted to give it the respect that it's due. Anyway, that's it for this video, for this full unboxing. I hope you've enjoyed it. I will let you know how I get on when I contact them about that mini. But for now, as always, stay safe and take care. God bless, and bye for now.